Now with this information, we are ready to start this training program, firefighting system designing. And I believe you already received the notes. You not received the notes yet. I sent to all the participants. And you can follow the same notes which I already provide to you. And I'm also using the same. You see, starting with the introduction. And the first and very basic is a fire triangle. We already discussed NFP and all in the previous session only, this modules. So I'm going to start directly from this fire triangle, which is very, very basic. If you're dealing with this firefighting system, if you don't know what is fire or the nature of fire, what are the elements of fire, can you think to control the fire?
No, sir.
No, right?
Yeah.
So if you refer any book related to this firefighting, in the introduction you'll find this fire triangle. Simple, interesting. You see, what is fire? You see, fire is a chemical reaction. Because of what? Because of oxygen
And heat.
Oxygen is used for combustion. Heat, the second element is heat. Heat for what? Heat means what? Up to ignition temperature. So simply, if you apply the heat to a metal, the metal will not start or not catch fire. Heat up to the ignition temperature. Okay, and you know, as a mechanical or as electrical, you know what is ignition temperature, right? Fire point, flash point. Fire point, nothing but ignition temperature, na? The temperature at which the ignition start. Okay, so heat up to the ignition temperature and a combustible metal or fuel is required. These three elements together create a chemical reaction, and that chemical reaction is called fire, right? Now the concept is very simple. In order to control the fire, remove any of this element, the fire can control. See, concept is very simple. If you can able to remove the heat, the fire can control. If you can able to remove the oxygen, the fire can control. Or if you can able to stop the supply of fuel or the combustible metal, the fire can control, right?
Yeah.
Very simple concept. The same. You see, three things must present at the same time to produce fire. First is what? Enough oxygen to sustain combustion. Second, enough heat to reach ignition temperature. And the third, some fuel or combustible material. Together, they produce the chemical reaction, and that chemical reaction is fire. Right? So what is fire? Fire is a chemical reaction because of these three elements. And the concept is simple. Take away any of this thing, the fire can be extinguished. But now the point is, it is not possible to remove heat from all type of fire. I'll give an example. If fire occur because of, say, combustible metal, say wood, the fire in the wood. In that case, we can use water, because water to remove or to reduce the heat, right? And can control the fire.
Yes.
This is one case. Now, if you talk about the second case, for example, simple example, you can easily relate. Generally in kitchen, in the oil pan, sometime because of overheat of oil, this catches fire, na?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So if the fire because of this oil, in this case, if you use water, what will happen?
It increase the fire and spread around.
Further, you are allowing the fire to increase by using the water. Why? Because the fire temperature is so high. When you use water, the water will instantly evaporate and increasing the oxygen level to increase the combustion. Getting a point?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
In this case, water is not a solution. In this case, what you do, if possible, try to close this fan by using any lid. And if you try to close this if possible, or else better to use a fire extinguisher if you have. And it is recommended also to keep one fire extinguisher, ABC type in home. If it is small fire, if you can able to close this pan, it means you are stopping the
fan
supply of
completely.
oxygen, and without
Supply
oxygen
of
there is no combustion, right? So it means different types of fire and different solution, and for the different solution we have different system, right?
Yes, sir.
Got the idea?
This edible oils, do they have, I mean, are they also combustible?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Cooking oils, no?
Yeah.
Yes, combustible, and for that we have a separate category, class K, and separate portable fire extinguisher, class K category with potassium. Now this also this flammable, not like a petrol or gas, means like a gasoline. It's not means it will not quickly catch the fire, but after ignition temperature, it will catch the fire.
Yeah. So it has some certain ignition temperature. Okay.
Yes. And that's the reason I said, now, if it is overheated, if the oil is overheated, then it will catch fire. Normally, it will not catch fire. Anyhow, the point is how the fire occur. What is, first of all, what is fire? What are the different elements? And how to control? Simply by removing any one element. And removing element depend on the type of fire. Okay.
Yeah.
So for that reason, we have different system. Even if you talk about fire extinguisher, we have water-based fire extinguisher, CO2 type, or powder type, etc. So different types of fire and different systems. Or in case we have combine also, because in case of fire, you may not get the time to inspect. So we have a combine option like ABC, and that we are going to learn in the first module, that is NFPA 10. So got the idea online about this fire triangle.
Yes, sir.
Next, reasons for fire. It's a theory, you can read. Very list of reasons. You see, most common because of faulty electrical wiring in India. I see in India, based on the survey of the previous fire accident, they found 57% of fire because of faulty electrical wiring in the electrical rooms. And in US, the percentage is only 3%. So if someone is electrical, means you should take care for installation at the time of installation, especially because of using aluminum wires, because aluminum wires is less expensive and aluminum wires easily break, and because of break, the spark will generate and that will lead to fire. And apart from this, list is given. It's a theory, you can read.